Hey guys, so what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. In this video, this is part number 4 of building my VEGA 56 mining rig. Hopefully you guys have been following my part videos, and I'm sorry that it's been taking so long, but I've been waiting for parts and I don't even know if this is gonna work or not. But I just received a bunch of 2,000 watt Thermaltake tough power supplies. These I got from China. They were $50 each. I couldn't pass up this deal. I don't even know if they work. Surprisingly, it took about 5 days to ship. And you guys probably know in the last couple videos, I did mention that I was gonna buy a 1800 watt power supply off AliExpress, but that one was then canceled by the seller. So I wasted about 20 days. I was hoping to get that 1800 watt power supply, so instead I went on Alibaba and I found these 2000 watt power supplies. They're going for $50 each, and I was like, why not? I'm just gonna buy 4 and see what happens. And here they are. I just got them today as of making this video, and I'm like super excited. I'm also kind of leery about trying these power supplies. I don't know. I think these models came from like 2008 or 2009 or something. And yeah, I'm not sure if these are like 10 years old. They were $50 USD, but I guess we're gonna find out once I put it into my server rack here. And we'll do everything in this video. I'm gonna put in the motherboard that I have here initially. You guys may have saw for my RX 470s, I was just testing it out. So I'm gonna take that motherboard back out. We're gonna put it in the front here. We're gonna test it out on one GPU. We're going to test out the 2000 watt power supply and hope that everything works. And there are some little like preliminary things we need to figure out. If I have enough PCIe cables or PCIe plugs for the GPUs, I guess I need 12 for the GPUs, and then I need 6 for the PCIe riser. Okay, so actually I do have 3 of my VEGA 56s already plugged in with my new risers, the 009S risers, and I'm just using Molex on this power supply because this is only an 850 watt. Just for testing, I've been mining with these 3, and I tested all my VEGA 56s and they work just fine on Hive OS. So yeah, you guys can see here, 2 PCIe 8 pins is required for each GPU, and then I want to use PCIe for the riser as well. Okay, actually not this PCIe, but the PCIe in the back. Okay, so let's get started. I am super excited, also really nervous. I hope these power supplies work. It sounds like it's too good to be true, but we will see. Alrighty, so first, let me just take apart this motherboard. Well, not take apart, but just I'm just gonna unbuckle it from the VEGA frame here. Okay, alright, I got the motherboard, and I just realized I am not going to put this metal to metal surface. I don't have anything I can think of to really mount this to the server case here unless I did some metal standoffs. I mean, I do have some standoffs here, but I think that would be way too high. Yeah, I think just for the test, I'm just going to put a piece of cardboard on this side over to here and put the motherboard there. Okay, I got the motherboard in. I plugged in all the little stuff that needs to be plugged in for the motherboard. Not sure how well this is gonna work, but we're gonna find out. Okay, so I've already taken out a power supply, and already I've seen some bad signs, okay? So, look at this. There's a little dent here on this Thermaltake power supply. Supposedly this is Thermaltake. It says mining series 2000 watt, and you guys can see here all the specs, all the rails and the amps that can be used on this power supply. And looking at all the cables here, I'm pretty nervous about using these PCIe cables, and I don't even know if I'll have enough or not. Okay, so apparently I need, I think, 18 PCIe cables. Okay, so we're gonna take this out. But then I saw another dent on this side of the power supply. You guys can see right there. Look at that. Look at that. That manufacturing is not good, but I did check all the other power supplies, the other 3 in this box, and they don't seem dented or anything as well, okay? These ones seem to be perfect. It's just that one I took off from the first lot. Maybe it got damaged in shipping, but these 3 seem to look okay, but that I'll have another video for testing these out. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna put this power supply into here, and I need 2 hands for that, so I'll be right back. Okay, so actually before I plug in the power supply into the server case, I wanted to figure out all the connections first. So just to make sure that I have enough connections for the 6 VEGA 56s and 6 PCIe 009S risers, okay? So it's got the good old 24 pin for the motherboard and the CPU, so that's good. It looks like there are a couple Molex connectors here. 1, 2, 3. And then we got 4, 5, 6, and yeah, 6 Molex. Okay, so 6 4-pin Molex you guys can see here. And now for the PCIe cables, this is going to be the deal breaker. All right, so let me go ahead. Let's count how many we got here. Okay, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8. These are daisy chained. 10, 12, and 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, so we have 16 PCIe cables, and I hope to God all of these work. It seems super sketch. So I actually need 18 PCIe in order to make it work, but I guess we're gonna have to use 2 Molexes for the risers. That should be fine. And as long as we have enough for the graphic cards, I'm happy. And yeah, I think that should work just fine. Okay, my friends, let's go ahead. I'm gonna plug this into the server case now. Okay, I got the power supply in, you guys can see. And it's screwed in nicely in the back, so that's no problem. And yeah, I've already plugged in the motherboard cable into the motherboard. The 24 pin and the 8 pin CPU power, so that is good, and it's pretty much just feeding underneath the fan here. And I also plugged in the Molex power for the 3 fans here, so the fans will hopefully work. And yeah, that's pretty good. So it's all nestled in here. Now the next fun step is I'm just going to plug in 1 GPU and we are going to test this whole thing. And hopefully, theoretically, we should have it work. But I just want to do 1 GPU first because I am just kind of, like I said before, this thing definitely trips me out on how much this power supply costed initially. And yeah, the brand, and I'm not even sure how old this is, but it looks to be brand new. So I guess we'll see in a second. All right, so let me go ahead first. I'm going to plug in a GPU. Give me 1 second. All right. I got the first MSI VEGA 56 Air Boost in. You guys can see the PCIe cables, how I have it so far is in. Got a PCIe going into the 009S riser. And I totally forgot to plug in the USB PCIe, so let me do that. Okay, PCIe plugged in. And as well, I plugged in my Ethernet cable, which goes through underneath here, okay? I don't know if you guys can see that. And then it goes along here through the side. I'll have it like jolted over here and comes out through the I/O on this side. And I plugged in the USB, which is MMPOS, which we're gonna try my Vegas on and see how that goes. Okay guys, now the moment of truth, and see if we're gonna see some smoke and fire and stuff. I'm gonna plug in 240 volt into the power supply. I'm using the good old Nerd Gears PDU. And we're using 30 amp breaker and all that kind of stuff. So we are going to put this on 240 volt. And actually, I read that this power supply can only do 180 to 250 volt anyway. Okay, so this 2000 watt power supply will not run on a regular like North American 120 volt plug. It has to be at least 180 to 250 volt plug. All right, so let's plug it in. See if there's any crazy smoke. And I'm ready to turn it on, guys. Here we go. First test. 3, 2, 1. Oh God. Oh yeah. Feel that air. That turned on instantly. Okay. A lot of airflow right now. A lot of airflow. Oh yeah, this Thermaltake 2000 watt power supply is really loud. Tons of airflow coming through this too. Okay, so I don't have a monitor or anything plugged in. Looks like the GPU is coming on. I don't smell any smoke. I think we're okay. All right, so let me go log into MMPOS and see if we can see my VEGA 56 in there. Just to show you guys how windy it is, just look at my plant. Look at all that airflow. So much airflow. Just nuts. Okay, so I was able to see it in MMPOS, and it shows the VEGA 56, so that is good. I seem to not be able to get it to mine. And yeah, I'm still new to this mining OS, so I don't really know what's going on, but I've tried to change some things, and I changed some overclocks and stuff, but it's not mining. It usually shows the mega hash right here. So I'm just gonna quickly shut her down and plug in my HiveOS USB, and then we'll see what it's like. Okay, HiveOS USB is plugged in, and let's turn this on. It's so nice and quiet now, but now it's not gonna be quiet. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that, guys. I feel like this is so janky, but this is so cool. This is so cool. So far, the power supply seems to be working great, guys. 2000 watt. Obviously I have to plug in the rest of the GPUs to see if that'll be, you know, good or not. But let's just see if it shows up in Hive now. Yes! Alright, it shows up in HiveOS and it's already mining. And I'm getting about 42 to 43 mega hash right now. And look at that, the temperature right now is 48 degrees Celsius, using about 143 watts, but I think at the wall that's about 180, just add on another 40 watts at the wall. And yeah, wow, that's working right away. Just gonna do a little refresh here, and yeah, we're at 43 mega hash now. VEGA 56, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and apparently it has Samsung memory, but in MMPOS it showed that it had Hynix memory, so that is funny. But guys, it looks like it's working. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. This server case is really loud because of those 3 Delta fans, and I think the temperatures seem to be pretty good so far, but obviously when I add in the 6 cards, it's going to be a totally different story. I'm going to leave it at that for this episode. I'll have a part 5 coming up real soon. I'll work on the rest of this and getting all the cards in for the next episode, and we shall finally see the glorious VEGA 56 rig in its final form. And let me know what you guys think about the Thermaltake Tough Power power supply if you guys have tried these before. 2000 watts. And yeah, I have 3 more here that I am potentially going to make more bigger rigs with in the future. So that is why I bought them. But whether or not they will work with the 6 VEGA 56s, we shall see in the next part video. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and peace out.